No.
We're recording now.
Oh, you're recording.
Yes, we're recording now.
Sorry, hold on a second. Everything.
We gotta coordinate.
Woo.
Everything
is weird.
Everything is weird.
Are our voices being heard now?
Yes.
Can you hear us? Are you
All
muted?
right.
Did
It's
you mute the
called
pre-tape?
being on air.
Welcome, world,
Did you mute the pre-tape?
to Things That Shouldn't Exist. That is our show for this evening. My name is Michelle Connor. This is...
I am Guthrie Andrus, Dover, New Hampshire.
That's not true, but
Yes, it is.
who are you?
I am Nate. Just Nate.
Michelle Connor.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And tonight,
Totes.
as I already said, we are going to be discussing things that shouldn't exist.
Got my address.
Things
Ooh, that was mean. I'm
that
sorry.
are just so either mind-blowingly stupid or mind-blowingly disturbing, or they just shouldn't be out there.
Dumb.
And I would like to start it off in the genre of films. And someone
You're right. Films shouldn't exist.
In general,
I
they're just
agree.
all-
someone
Absolutely
mentioned
not.
to me Star Wars Episode 1, and I agree with that.
Star
However, worse, far worse, possibly the worst movie to ever be made and seen is the Star Wars Holiday Special.
What?
I saw bits of that because I was curious and I went on the YouTube and I found it.
I'm sorry.
What's the Star
Oh, no,
Wars holiday
I
special?
didn't watch all that. I only watched the Boba Fett part.
It is so bad that George Lucas does not recognize
Is it from the
its
70s?
existence. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like one of those holiday specials where like Clark Gable suddenly walks in. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hi, I brought eggnog."
It's B. Arthur and Jefferson.
You know, the Scan
Yeah.
TV holiday special is far worse.
No,
it was
no,
better.
no. This has
just gonna
like
throw it out there.
12 minutes of a Wookiee family talking together in Wookiee.
So, with no were there subtitles?
No.
No subtitles. So it's literally Wookiees just.
And then the Wookiee child gets some sort of space-age technology item as its present, and they go through the instructional video. And instead of just like giving you context, like the child has to have the instructional video, they made an instructional video, put the entire thing in the film, and it is possibly a relief from everything else because it's just really boring instead of really painful.
Yeah. There was this one bit with Boba Fett riding a giant dinosaur, which was really funny, and I liked that.
That's
But
the first time anyone ever saw Boba Fett.
yeah, and that was Boba Fett's like
Debut.
debut. I was gonna say Inception, but that's wrong.
Boba Fett.
Because he was incepted before that. Someone had the idea for him earlier. But no, that was his first appearance, and Boba Fett's badass, and you can't change anything.
Don't
about
you
it.
mean concept?
When
Yeah,
were you
no, putting
incepted?
him on a dinosaur, that's awesome.
I was
Anything
mistaken.
else in that
Well,
entire,
yeah,
it's
ouch.
like 2.5 or 3
Ouch.
hours long. It is, if you don't want to have your eyes bleed, just look up the Nostalgia Critic review of it.
Yes. Nostalgia Critic is
Indeed.
a good man.
Nostalgia Critic should exist.
Yes, he should. Now,
should.
if I can turn to Star Wars Episode 1, of episodes 1 through 3, it is my preferred.
Really?
Really,
Why?
because it doesn't suck.
Why not
No,
episode 3?
No, I like the pod
It
race. The pod
does.
race is cool. And I love Darth Maul. I like the battle sequence with Darth Maul. I do. No, I'm serious.
Darth Maul's gonna be on the packaging for all Star Wars.
Don't bother. We had
See?
someone say that they hadn't seen it.
The
Don't
Darth
bother.
Maul fight was probably the only good part.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
movie.
YouTube Darth Maul.
It has.
And you got
its,
this, bro.
It has its good parts. It definitely has its slow bits, but I despised Attack of the Clones.
See,
Yeah,
in comparison,
Attack of the
I
Clones is
think
definitely worse.
episode 3 blows the balls off of both other movies.
That sounds excruciatingly
Completely.
painful.
Is that a
Maybe
good
that's
thing?
a phrase that shouldn't
That is
exist.
a phrase that shouldn't exist. No,
Like bad ass.
As opposed to good
as opposed to
Yeah.
good facts, yeah. No, I liked it a lot better than the other two. That's just my preference.
I thought episode 3 was like way better in everything
No.
production value wise.
At least in episode 1, Princess Amidala or Padme actually did something. In the later one, she's just like, Annie, I'm pregnant. Annie, you're killing me.
Do you expect like a pregnant woman to go out with like guns and
no,
shit,
no, no.
and
She
shooting
just
people
became,
up?
She
No.
just became so
Oh, and you get to pick something.
lame.
Ooh, thank
That
you.
Well,
like she started out being cool, and she was a strong character, but then in the next two
Oh,
movies
wow.
they significantly decreased even the importance of the character.
That's
and-
what having a kid does to you.
Does,
didn't stop
are
Anakin.
you saying
Didn't stop it.
are you devaluing your mother?
No, I'm saying.
Are you saying your mother is
And
left
pick.
for
I'm
having
saying
children?
it didn't
All
stop
right,
Anakin,
guys.
but
This might be three things. It might be one thing, but I'm very intrigued. There is a circle indicating like a bullet point, and then 6 words: pigtail, butt plug, baby Jesus. I don't know if these are all
It's 2 things.
separate. We should just
It's
throw this
2
all in
things.
together.
We
Two
were
fangs.
searching on the internet for things that really shouldn't exist. And on crack.com's article about the most horrifying sex toys, I think number 24 or 25 is a pigtail butt plug, which is exactly what it sounds like. You shove it up your ass. It's made of rubber.
No, wrong one.
that's a different.
Yeah,
that's a
no,
different
those
one.
are equal.
Not
Those are
quite.
also pretty terrifying.
We'll get to that one.
We'll get to this,
We'll get to
yeah.
that one.
Not. No.
No,
Yes.
that's also not what.
Guys, that's okay.
In
Okay,
your
anyway.
butt.
Anyways,
Now I am
It
having
goes up
trouble
your
remem-
ass, and it makes it look like you have a pigtail.
Why shouldn't that exist?
They also have ones in the shape of baby Jesus.
So you have a baby Jesus coming out of your ass?
Or
No,
in your
going
ass.
into
I'm
your
not
ass.
sure which end goes where.
Oh.
It's waving.
Much like the Obama dildo should not exist, which
there's
is
no reason
the face
for that
of
to exist at
Obama.
all.
That
On a
you shove
dildo.
up your vag.
Democratic blue and presidential gold.
There's no Republican red.
Well, he's not a Republican.
Yeah.
Well, they make us
Would you rather that they had a Bush dildo?
I think no.
I
I
don't
think it's
want
really
that.
offensive.
Bush dildo.
I
That the
agree.
first black president, and we can't even get a black Obama dildo. They have to make them blue or gold, just for the middle American states that aren't ready for a black president dildo. I'm upset.
I agree with that.
Let me
assessment.
see
Yeah.
that
Why
list
can't we be
again.
more
There's
understanding?
some
Yeah.
pretty-
Why can't we get a
Research
nice
the,
brown
Oh,
flesh
There is
tone?
there's also a Area 51 love doll, which for anyone who
describe this.
did a double take at that, it's blue, kind of a bluish purple. It has 3 breasts. It's bald. It looks like an alien, and it has
has no hair.
a
Okay, never
vagina
mind.
that
Oh.
kind of pops out a little bit. Area 51 love doll. You can pick something.
Okay.
I could go on about things that shouldn't exist, but in that realm. But I don't want to scar myself or our viewers any further.
Oh.
Going back to the theme of film, because I see this here, Human Centipede.
Oh, my God! Yes. For anyone who does not know what the human centipede is, if you aren't weak of stomach, I suggest you do a Google image search
Just
to
watch
get
I
the point
suggest
across.
you don't.
It is a story about a crazy fucking Nazi German doctor who takes 2 women and an Asian guy.
Yeah, an Asian guy, and then
sews them together mouth to ass because this has been his dream for a long
to
time.
create a human centipede, like a higher being of existence. I don't even
No,
know.
not
I don't
even a
even
little
know.
bit,
He
because
just wants
they
to put
die
some chicks.
from eating each other's shit.
Yeah,
All
it
you
would
need to
just
do
be
is
bad
watch
to
the
be like the
trailer.
3rd one. That's like the worst, because then you're getting the shit that another man has eaten and processed, and then shit again. It's like shit
Well, the
squared.
guy was at the head, actually.
Oh, sexism!
That makes perfect sense.
This movie is a major step backwards in the sexism movement,
That's
Exactly.
Very
in the
true.
feminist movement.
Exactly.
That's what
That's very
I'm looking
true.
for.
That's
it's
very
a
true.
major step backwards,
In
purely based on the
And
order of the
it's-
centipede.
Just like not only is it a really fucking disturbing movie, but it's just so poorly done. Like he's showing his victims a picture of what he's going to do to them, and it is like a stick figure where he just draws a tube from their mouth to their ass and goes, "I'm sewing your intestinal tracts together," and it's like, there are some squiggles in there somewhere. There's a stomach. It's not a line.
I actually found a demotivational poster online. It was like, there is no I in Human Centipede. or something like that, and it was an image from that, and he's like instructing them on how to walk or something after he's sewn them all together. I'm like, holy shit! Oh, how apt that expletive was! Holy shit!
If we were a human centipede, who would be
No.
the caboose? Nose goes. Oh, Michelle! So sexy.
Maybe
but
that's
so
why
true.
the ladies were in the back.
The caboose.
I don't think the German doctor had them do nose goes, but it's possible. Or maybe
making
he
a
said like
sequel?
Nazigayen and they didn't
They're,
understand him.
Did you hear our guy?
yes,
They're
I
making a
did.
sequel with 12
Human
people.
millipede.
Not like the arcade game.
You know what else shouldn't exist while we're on the subject? Are
Cannibal Holocaust?
house centipedes. Is it too late for John to find a picture?
House
He'd have to
centipedes?
hunt, but I don't have one.
No, they're pretty fucking scary. He'll get the first one. House centipede. No, these do not rock. They have legs on all sides. They aren't like little centipede legs. They're like
I'm not sure I
wider
want to
than
see
their
this.
bodies. When I was like, I don't remember how old. I was probably like 14. I was
Image
babysitting my
set.
niece,
I'm going.
and
I
her
know.
room was messy.
I'm just
And
talking.
I was going to be a crusader and clean up her room because you couldn't see the floor.
This thing?
Probably. Is it terrifying?
No, it looks like a long stick that moves.
Then no.
That's what she said.
Then that is not it.
That's something
And
that should
I
exist. That's
move
what she said,
aside
kids.
a toy,
I
and this
agree
thing
with that.
comes
Putting in rock centipede.
scurrying out. Why indeed?
Oh!
Oh, see? It's,
Yeah,
Yes.
I
let's see
can't
it.
see it, so I can't react.
Either way,
hurry up.
Okay,
in the
And
you don't
it comes
hurry, I'm moving on to the
scurrying
next
out.
thing.
This thing terrifies the shit out of me. I've never seen one. I've never heard of one.
holy shit! I see it
Wanna
now.
pull it up so our viewers can see?
I'm getting
He's
to
working on it.
Save
I'm gonna
it.
continue my story.
Secondary moment.
Yeah, a secondary.
What the fuck is a secondary moment?
Because I just said it was.
And my sister's cat goes after it, but not like a cat attacking its prey. This cat's like, what's that? Starts slapping it around. The thing gets pissed.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alright, here we go.
Oh, Jesus. Hey
What?
there, buddy.
Face. Of course it looks scary to look at its face.
no.
it's got lots of legs, long legs, not
And
like a regular
they're
centipede, but has
literally
little legs.
on like all three sides. Like it has legs coming out its back. It's hard to tell from that picture how big the
I'll
legs
find
are,
another
how
one.
big it is.
So you
It is
got
like
something out of your butt.
they're big. They're too big. They're way
Yeah.
too big. They're scary. Especially if you didn't know they existed. An alien just crawled out of your niece's room. Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Tongue-eating louse.
No, what?
Tongue-eating louse.
That also sounds like it shouldn't exist. A tongue-eating louse. Or bot flies. Have you ever seen a human bot fly extraction?
no. Or there's a fish. I'm blanking on what it's called.
The urethra fish?
Yeah,
Ah!
it will swim up his
Ah!
I saw that on.
Oh.
Ironically, yesterday I just saw an episode of Metalocalypse where that actually happens to
Really?
Murderface. I don't know if you guys watch Metalocalypse, but there's an episode where they go to the Amazon. I forget why, but yeah, they're on a boat and that happens to Murderface, and he's like, ah, but then they never mention it again. It makes you kind of cringe. Yeah, let's go to the next
I just
thing.
closed my eyes. It's there.
See, this
Yep.
doesn't bother me as much because I don't have a penis, so I'm not really that concerned about a fish being in it.
Oh yeah, but they don't discriminate.
Yeah, they could swim up into anything that has urine
Well, I
coming out
don't
of it.
see into lakes very often, or rivers, or streams.
Swimming.
Learn to jump.
Can you tell Roseanne how to?
This is the
There it
human
is.
centipede.
That's the human centipede right there.
Whoa, that's not too bad.
With the bandages there, it makes it better. There's a scene where the guy in front shits and the girl has to swallow it.
I told you not to show that.
Too late.
Talk to John.
I was not told not to show.
All right. Do you know how?
I was
Anyways.
not told not to tell him.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm getting bored of centipedes. Let's
Yes,
move on to
let's
something
move on.
else. I have on the list diamond engagement rings.
Fuck! Whoever came up with that, I'm not even a guy, and I say bullshit on the months of salary that have to go into buying a chick some oversized rock that some poor African person had to almost die for, and that are actually worth next to nothing.
The
Because
months-
there are people who control the diamond market, and they're not actually rare, and there are millions of them. They're not worth anything
But-
except for the fact that people control.
I
They're so
disagree.
shiny.
It's really fucking hard
Obviously, if something
to
is
find
shiny,
them in Minecraft.
Minecraft.
There's not many of them.
I'll-
And they're usually over lava and you die.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Are you going to? Never mind. Never mind.
Engage.
Engage. Engage.
Minecraft invalid. Diamond engagement rings. Terrible idea.
But they're so shiny, and anything that is shiny obviously holds immense amounts of value.
The man has a point. Back to the old baby principle of shiny equals good. Babies, raccoons, monkeys, they're all very intelligent.
We're talking diamonds, we're talking gold, we're talking heating elements.
You know what? Yeah, you know what would be a mirror.
shiny.
A mirror.
Why am I the only one who's upset by this?
Because I want a diamond
Actually, I'd be
engagement
upset
ring.
with it too, just because the
But
sheer
you
amount
have
of.
to buy it.
No, I want one.
I was
I
kind
wanna
of
be
being
given one.
sarcastic, so...
See, I would be upset about just the sheer amount of fucking money it costs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Now,
interested
I'm
in buying
in an
something
interesting
to look at.
situation where my girlfriend's grandmother is obsessed with buying jewelry. Like, literally, she watches QVC all day, does nothing else, so she can buy jewelry for my girlfriend. So I'm not allowed to buy her jewelry, and she said, if you buy me a diamond engagement ring, I'm going to shove it up your ass and leave.
Ouch. That
So,
would
like-
hurt
Ow.
to
Oh,
pass.
Yes, I know, it would.
My
And
They
so,
cut
boyfriend
glass.
So
proposing with the potato.
I
That's
was
his
I was
plan.
Why?
gonna give her, like, a rubber band or something, maybe.
He
if we
might
ever get that
do
to
But
do
it.
the interesting thing is, you're supposed to spend 3 months' salary, so you should just buy it now.
that's
You could buy like a
just-
Cracker Jack ring, be like 3 months' salary. Sorry. Like,
I
buy it
think
now.
guys should be allowed to use the ones that you get from like the little vending machines at supermarkets.
I saw a guy on YouTube do that, and the girl was
Said
freaking
no.
out. Well, she was still happy. She was excited. And he's like, "Where did you get this?" Like, in one of those vending machines. He's like, "I don't care where you got it. Of course." I'm like, "Yeah, that's funny."
One of those plastic spiders.
The spider rings. I hate spider rings.
I love.
I used to be
spider rings.
incredibly arachnophobic. I'm less now, and I'm like, spider rings.
I've always been indifferent. I'm just like, spiders, step on them.
I don't know why I was afraid of them, but I was. I'm not gonna say they shouldn't exist, but I used to be very scared of them. Let's see.
Oh, another one because I just loved this one's tagline so much. On the thing of sex toys, there is an oral sex light, which is literally just a headlamp. And the tagline on it is "Don't go down without it."
No, have you seen Dinner for Schmucks?
No.
Probably. I'm sorry to say that this line probably got more laughs than the entire rest of the movie, even though the movie was very, very funny. Steve Carell's character, his wife, kicks him out and breaks up with him because he, quote, could not find her clitoris. I lost her clit. Like, so you gotta have the light so you don't lose it. You gotta find that, or the girls.
I feel like that shouldn't be an issue.
I feel like this
I feel
didn't.
like you all had health class.
But it was a funny movie with Steve Carell playing a so you know.
RFID.
Well, you know, they don't teach that kind of stuff in health class anymore. That's the problem. They need to teach that kind
They
of stuff. in
only
health
show
class.
you, yeah, like the dissected version of it. You only get
Yeah.
to see half of it from like the inside out. It's not very helpful.
I know.
Things that shouldn't exist: pubic hair dye.
Oh,
Yes.
what's that saying? The curtains have to match the something.
Drapes.
The drapes, yeah.
The pubes.
That's
Yes.
often something.
When you
I
go into a
hear,
girl's room,
Carpet has
you
The
look,
carpet has to match.
you
the
look
drapes.
at her
There we
wall
go.
hangings and say, I certainly
I
hope
believe
those
that
drapes
framed
match
as a
your
question
pubes.
is, do the
It's very
curtains match the
romantic.
drapes, and it
Or,
was,
no, it was
a
the
ginger
carpet.
friend of mine.
The
carpet.
carpet matches.
What
the,
did I say?
You said what I said the first time. The curtains. It's the
White.
yeah.
Toys in general, children's toys. that
Should not
shouldn't
exist?
Do we have cockbot?
Yes. hang
Someone
on,
grab
hang on.
cockbot.
Where's
for us.
Scattershot the cockbot?
He's Technically, he's scattershot. You
We
should be on the shelf.
only
over.
very recently found out this guy has been
Oh,
an
yeah, give him the
icon
scan.
of Scan for a long, long time, and we only recently found out that it is not meant to be a giant cock. It
That's
is
true.
Scattershot from Transformers. Our member Jake figured that out. Oh,
Because he's a freaking
he'll
genius.
get this in a second. But
really
we call
fucking
it
hard to
that,
do.
but another one that shouldn't exist is the Harry Potter
Broomstick.
vibrating broomstick.
Oh, you didn't mention it vibrated.
Yeah, no, that was the whole thing. And they couldn't figure out why it was such a popular toy among young girls. I'll
Have
let.
sex with Harry Potter? Yeah, here's Cockbot.
He somehow
can
lost
we get
his
a
arms.
Zoom? Can we get a zoom? No, I can get it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, his arms, they.
He is defending the universe from the Decepticons.
And this was pretty much how it looked for, I don't know, at least 3 years.
Isn't he? Oh, there's his
And
head.
then Jake had to go and figure out how to really transform him.
All right, this is him. And by the way, his special ability. Ready for this? He's featured in the
Probably
video
A poor
inappropriate
design.
robot massage.
A very poor design choice on someone who most likely had already been fired before he had drawn up the plans.
Yes. I was gonna.
So as his
But
final
you know,
gift to
kids
the
don't know
company.
difference. Kids don't look at that and say, you know, that looks almost like my.
I think they do actually.
They could.
I actually think it's supposed to go on his back like that.
Yeah, it's a rocket.
It's a rocket launcher for his back, not.
Oh,
see, we just had it
multi-purpose.
backwards.
A simple mistake if you're more used to seeing. I always just assumed it was from Japan, to be honest.
I need a new battery.
Can you find the super soaker?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
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 Super soaker that shoots slime. Heavy pumping required.
Just
All right.
Alrighty. What's next? Stoner.
What was?
Dude,
Uh,
yeah, I think I'm out of battery.
Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
are you no
You can hear
longer
me?
making noise?
Can
we-
you hear me?
Yes.
It shows up. It shows up.
Okay, we're gonna.
Sorry, we thought
Levels
we
from
may
me.
have had a technical
Okay, yeah.
difficulty.
Okay.
We didn't.
We
I'm not
never-
doing it.
He's
I'm
just
gonna go
you're
get a new
picking them up
battery.
from other
We
people.
never have
Nate
technical
is no longer
difficulties.
making noise, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
We never.
We
have
voted him
technical
off the
difficulties. He's gone. There's only 3 of
I
us.
can't tell what that says. Hormones?
Let me read.
Humans.
Humans.
Humaners?
Humans. None of us should
Humaners?
exist.
Humaners? What did you write?
I don't know.
Well, whatever it is, it probably shouldn't exist.
Hominers.
Is this like people who are
Homina. 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 Homina.
Tentacle board.
Yeah, that's what it is. Tentacle porn.
No, it's on
back.
here. It's not.
I'm back in
humans,
black.
It's not humor. But there's a lot of stuff actually just out of Japan that shouldn't exist. A good site is WTF Japan Seriously.
.com.
There's a video of it's an anime, or what's the technical term?
Hentai.
Yes.
A hentai.
And it's a bunch of girls, and they're in like cow bikinis, and they have little cow horns, and you just hear them like making very suggestive noises.
like moo?
No.
Like moo.
Like moo.
Moo.
Nope.
And
Moo.
you can see these little suckers, and there's milk moving through. And then one by one, they just sort of fall over exhausted.
That is not.
No,
No, that is
no,
not okay.
it's not.
That is not okay. Not kosher, Japan.
Is this a Japanese got milk
not,
ad?
Not
No,
kosher.
you know it might be. I don't know.
It
Have
might
you ever
be.
seen Giga Pudding?
No.
Yes.
Now there's something.
No, Giga Pudding should exist.
Giga
That's
Pudding
hilarious.
should exist.
That is
It's
hilarious.
The
No,
fucking
what?
funniest fucking
It's
commercial.
Giga Pudding. It's
It's
like
Giga
a giant
Pudding.
pudding. Like
And
you,
it's-
you know,
it's-
no, it's like a flan. Like
It's like
their
a-
pudding is like flan. It's
like one of those
with
squishy-
caramel on top.
Yeah.
And it's flan is really good. But they have this one. It's like for a special birthday treat, Giga Flan, no, Giga Pudding, and
Yeah.
it's like enormous. And they have one like dressed up as Godzilla, like destroying a town, and it's hilarious.
A pudding dressed up as Godzilla?
If you're ever bored, search Giga Pudding.
Seriously, look it up. It's
And
hilarious.
then after you've watched that, search Cranked at Giga Pudding.
Oh.
Because it's a mashup with Soulja Boy.
Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal.
Yes.
Do we have it?
Let's
do, we have
do
any
the
of these
fork
videos?
in the garbage disposal. You just have to go to. Let me turn my mic
but,
off so I don't sound
How's it
retarded.
go?
You have to go on the
I'm
video
going to
source,
speak
click the
over
two-
Yeah.
him so that you can't hear him on my
What is it? We were talking about Japan, things coming from Japan that were really messed up. I had one thing coming.
Should the French exist?
No.
To new. Oh, the
Because
French.
I don't think so.
That's right. You just have to
What?
disable
Okay,
it.
hang on. We have a video here, I think. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
No.
Okay, here,
the-
Wait.
You got it?
I'm going to get it.
Oh.
Japanese. What did I have about the Japanese? It was funny.
Were you gonna say that the Japanese shouldn't exist because
No,
that's
no.
just insensitive?
No,
they
no,
have
no.
suffered a major.
I know.
natural
No, it was
catastrophe.
something. It was something along the lines
And
of what we
also
were talking
Hitler.
about. I don't remember.
Isn't Axis Powers Italia?
No.
That should exist. That show's hysterical. That show is so offensive. What are you doing?
I can't remember. Never
Fixing
mind. Let's move on.
microphone.
The
Don't-
French, you were saying?
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry about
shouldn't
it.
exist.
Why
Sorry.
should the French not exist?
Oh, why should
Oh,
they exist?
oh,
Whoa!
We got a minute. You got to turn the audio on also on the Glowcaster.
Boom,
Which one?
Magic.
boom,
Go to
boom,
pre-tape
Kobe.
boom.
and click the
Boom.
yellow.
What's wrong?
Pre-tape, click the
I
yellow.
hate French.
Why?
Probably because I'm part
The
German.
yellow box
And by part, I
above
mean
the thing that
most.
says P-R-E-T.
But what are the good French? What are the French good for? They are
Click it
the
till it
world's
turns
most
pink.
obnoxious tourists. They beat Americans at being the worst.
Depardieu?
It's
Jacques
actually
Cousteau?
mono.
I've met only nice French people.
Okay, direct.
Oh,
your-
okay. Hang.
Direct your attention to the screen.
Yeah.
Turn up your. You might have to play it again.
We're not getting any volume. Hey, wow, I'm coming out.
Well, we're echoing. You didn't unmute.
Yeah,
You
unmute
didn't
pre-tape.
unmute
Come
the.
out and I wanna play.
What?
I got it.
Yeah. Is it coming out? Now start from the beginning, please. Because this is. Wow. Do the la la la. Yay.
Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal.
This is actually an endless looping version.
That is fantastic. It's probably not. I think they get the idea.
Wow.
You know what else shouldn't exist? Maybe this is just me. Assless chaps.
What is that?
Assless chaps.
Assless chaps.
You guys should probably turn
Reverb.
that volume down.
Turn the
guys.
volume
Yeah,
speakers
turn
off
the
before
volume-
we
never mind.
feedback.
Assless chaps. You don't know what assless chaps are? Do you know what chaps are?
No.
Their pants.
Aren't
Oh.
assless chaps the only kind?
Yeah,
they don't
actually,
make
I
chaps with
think they
ass.
are.
It's
'Cause
redundant, isn't
technically
it?
chaps
Well,
are
fine. Chaps that are then worn and lube
Born?
of pants.
worn. Okay. Yeah, chaps are like
What
things
what
to wear
cowboys
over your
wear?
pants to
Oh.
protect them while you're riding your
And
motorcycle or your
assless
horse.
chaps is just.
Is just when you're
No,
not
but
wearing
it's just
pants
what they
under
are. Yeah. But see, you're.
All chaps are actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
No one
but
should
it's
have
only
ever
I
made
think
chaps.
you only call them assless chaps when you're not wearing pants under. Yes.
So you're supposed to wear pants under
All
them?
right, guess they shouldn't
You're supposed
exist.
I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
appreciate you
I
doing
feel
that
very
in front of
embarrassed
me,
now.
Michelle.
And I'm sure everyone in my German class that's just behind me is also embarrassed. But
By what?
I didn't know you were supposed to wear pants under them. I thought it was just allowed. You just wore them as is. Because they're usually leather and they're very warm anyway.
You know, also shouldn't
So.
exist. And I'm convinced of this because of furries, but
Speaking of
That's another thing that's wrong with Japan.
Furbies. We have.
it's wrong with America too.
Yeah.
Spend
Anyways.
enough time on the internet.
The internet is
Are
great for
just the
porn.
giant like mascot things. I think they were originally made to be mascots, and then people got them to have sex in. I don't know how it works, but they're the giant animal suits, and they're
Yep.
complete with like the heads.
Yep.
And like people get married in them, like they identify them as their animal, but
Yes.
they're not realistic. They're like giant fucking cartoon
It's
animals.
really
like if you went to a
ridiculous.
basketball game and there was an alligator cheering the team on, that's how they have sex.
You've never fantasized about the alligator at the basketball game?
No.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell the
no.
truth.
No, that I
Gnarls and Wild E. Cat was going at it.
I don't want to think about that. Gnarls and Wild E. Cat just, getting it on.
What about two wildy cats getting it on together? Any interest at all? Just
With Italia, Italy.
Hmm?
Sandwich.
Not really.
Absolutely not. No.
What about
I saw a thing on.
what about wildy cat with an actual wild cat?
Now, actually, in
I
the same
think
vein,
Wild E. Cat would be
I
dead.
saw a thing on. I don't often watch this show, but it was on one day and was too strange to not continue watching. It was 1,000 Ways to Die,
Oh yeah.
and it was a group of furries out having a love fest, found themselves in the presence of an actual grizzly bear and proceeded to attempt to have sex with it. They were all mauled. All of them
Is that
dead.
a true story?
Yes, it's true.
I
Oh, wow.
kind of don't have any pity for them.
Neither do I.
Uh,
You try and have sex with a grizzly bear, it's gonna happen.
Did they just think
You're gonna
the
get
bear
killed.
was like another person and it was
No, I think they were like, "Hey, we're bears too!" Rah.
And
actually-
as bears? Because
I
that
think
just
so.
adds to the
I think
bitter
so.
irony.
I
and the
think
bear was
so.
like, "You think you're a bear? Fuck you! I'm a bear."
Are you sure they tried to have sex with it?
Yes.
How do we know if they've all been involved? How do you know that the bear wasn't just like, love shack?
I'm just
Love
agreeing with you that furries are a problem, or have a problem.
Well,
like Sarah
apparently they
Palin's.
aren't anymore because the bear took care of
They're
them.
all
Bears
You
dead.
know,
take care
if
of
you
them.
do it amongst yourselves, that's okay. I just don't.
I feel
I
like
don't
it would
wanna see
it would
that
be
shit.
very hot and sweaty inside of
I
the
just
costume.
Don't,
Yeah.
I just don't
It'd
understand.
be too
how-
warm. I would just be uncomfortable. I'd be like, "Come on, guys, I'm a little too warm. Can we just be naked like regular?" And they'd be like, "Keep your mask on."
It's probably because I think you're
found
It's
it
ugly.
really
I saw
stuffy
it.
in here.
I saw an image once because these things pop up. It was
When
a
you
couple
search
of,
for them at 2 a.m.
Yes. No, it was a furry and a person who was not a furry, but the furry's like freaking out. He's like, "I had a deposit on this and it's ruined," and I don't know. It was very strange. Yes.
We're approaching half an hour.
We're approaching half an hour. They say.
Actually, past half an hour.
We're at past half an hour. They say. All right. So what else do we have to talk about? Let's
Michelle's
see,
occupied with the cockbot.
German rap, the French, political correctness, Sarah Palin, Nickelback.
We haven't talked about half of these.
Yeah, I know. What do we want to talk about? I'm
Let's
just
talk about
listing things.
Nickelback and how much they suck.
Nickelback. Oh, that actually, this is what I wanted
What
to
is it?
bring up about the Japanese tentacle porn. Anyway, we're going to Nickelback.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you
I
ever
might want
listened?
to talk about tentacle porn because I'm just confused. Who saw an octopus and went, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want that crawling all over this schoolgirl.
I eaten octopus last weekend.
I
That-
think.
Coach brought
Did
it
it-
over and was like, "Do you want
Did
to
it
break?"
force itself
Did it-
into your mouth?
No, it was white and in chunks.
Okay, from the image you
Okay.
gave me and the image you gave me, I'm seriously going to vomit. That is.
Are we gonna have our first
No,
on-stage
no,
vomit?
Calamari
Hey,
is
but
delicious,
it is,
but
it
I
is.
don't want to see it raping young girls.
Not raping, committing
I-
sweet
A
love.
lot of them.
Committing?
It's
Yes,
rape.
committing.
In fact, I would say the vast majority of them, it's rape.
How do you know
Nickelback is
the octopus is
unpopular,
not being raped
their
by the
music
young
is
girl?
not all that good, and
Yeah, I
I'd
know.
like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
Paul is dead.
Paul
So,
is dead, and so is everybody else.
Yep. Except Ringo. Ringo just won't go away.
No.
I like Ringo.
Ringo is
Ringo's
cool.
Ringo.
He was a good drummer.
The Beatles should exist,
Yeah.
but they're slowly not
Orchid
existing.
Dog?
I liked Ringo and I liked his song.
Now
so
there was something.
fuck you.
There was something you brought up at the very beginning before we even started. Was what Blue Waffle?
Ugh.
I think we should end on
And I-
Blue Waffle. I
Blue
think.
waffle is one
All
of
right.
those things that not only
Blue
should
waffle.
exist but should never have been documented. I don't care how many people it plagues. Blue waffle. Don't look for pictures.
You should look for
Don't.
pictures.
No.
Guthrie.
Blue waffle is an infection of the vagina
Ooh.
that
Oh.
literally looks like someone has slathered neon blue paint all over the female parts. Because
Are you sure it wasn't
That-
just
Why is it that is
called
pretty
a
bad.
waffle?
an
But no,
X-rated
that has
Smurf
to be
movie?
documented because then doctors would be able to do something about it.
no.
Can doctors
These
do nothing
women
about
need
it?
to be quarantined. At least don't take pictures of it. At
Yeah,
least just say
that's nasty.
If it looks like she spilled blue paint on herself and didn't, this is blue waffle.
I don't think Blue Waffle is the medical term, is it? Are there doctors walking around like,
I'm
Exam
sorry,
4.
man, you have blue waffle.
I hope so.
don't you worry about this?
If the thing has
a little
to
case of
exist,
blue
at
waffle.
least give it a hysterical name.
Oh, we're not even going to go into the thing I brought up and wanted
Well,
a reaction from Ookie Cookies. Ever
Oh,
heard of
what's
that?
an ookie cookie?
What is that?
Oh.
Okay,
No! Stop talking
Explain.
okay,
Continue.
No,
Guthrie's
this is our
upset.
last thing. We did a lot of relatively innocent topics.
Guthrie is very upset.
Guthrie
so
is
I
not
don't-
upset because I am Guthrie.
Oh, and he's Guthrie.
I am
wanna
not
know what an
upset.
ookie cookie is.
No!
Please continue. I am Guthrie Andrus from Dover, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Please continue.
Okay, I
Not
learned
to be
this. I
discovered.
learned this from a sociology book in a section on initiations,
Oh,
particularly.
So it's science.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, an Ookie cookie is when you take, say, your
No!
your freshman pledges at your fraternity, get them very drunk, get all the senior members of the fraternity, ejaculate on a cookie, and then the pledges have to eat it.
Wait, what? How do they all eat one cookie?
They take small
careful.
bites.
Very carefully.
Very.
They lick the cream.
You know math. You can
That
divide.
is really fucked up.
That is really fucked up, and it happens though.
Not just in a, oh, that's so unfortunate that they're getting hazed way. Like, that's really fucked up. Who goes, guys, I got this. We're gonna come on a cookie and make them eat it. And nobody went,
Wait, you know what they
dude,
used to do in sororities?
you're really bad.
Fraternities.
No,
No, we're
what?
not
It was
talking about this.
sororities. They used to put girls on washing machines and see how much fat dribbled on their legs.
Yeah, and I read a few things about those too. About
See,
the
that's,
female
that's
ritual.
not as bad.
But
Like,
the-
I've heard of, like,
Yeah,
they
that's-
covered
the
the
female-
ground in
Tame.
Cheetos and they told them that it was going to be broken glass and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And it's like, oh,
with sororities and stuff, it tends to be more like things about shaming them about what about their looks, their body weight. But for guys,
Yeah, I would
it is
rather
either
sit on a washing machine
it is
than
either
eat
it is either the
ejaculate
Ookie
on
cookie, the elephant walk, or we're going to tie a cinder block to your dick and push it off of a roof.
End of discussion.
Well, another great
Join
week at
fraternity.
Scan.
Exactly.
And people still do it. So.
And that is another classy conversation
Next
from
time
the
you see a
folks here
sign
at
that
Scan.
says "Go Greek,"
Don't.
think
Don't.
twice.
You got something to tie this back to the first one about Ookie Cookies. The Star Wars Holiday Special. The Wookiees cooking in the kitchen. You know what they were making?
Wookie cookies?
Wookie cookies.
Oh, God.
You can watch the show and they'll say Wookie Cookie.
You know what? Rule 34. I'm sorry.
We're gonna call Rule 34 on this.
I am sufficiently disturbed myself.
Yes, put on that picture of the Furbies and we will be gone.
We don't
All
like
right.
Furbies either. Those shouldn't exist. But you know, at least someone loved one somewhere.
My sister
I
has
don't
one.
think
All right,
Had one.
anyone's
ladies
ever
and gentlemen,
enjoyed their
I
Ookie
think it's time to wind down the conversation and it's time to say goodnight.
Good evening.
Good night.